Hello guys, welcome back to another session on our day one of our exam oriented batch. In this session, again, we are going to see about the NPO and most important topic as far as CMA intermediate is concerned, both for old syllabus and both for new syllabus also. That is syllabus 2016 and syllabus 2022. In further, if you are going to watch these classes, syllabus 2022 students also, NPO is a major important part. In this NPO is concerned, basically it is nothing but preparation of final accounts of an NPO. What is an NPO? NPO is something which is a not-for-profit organization or a non-profit organization. Okay. Not-for-profit organization or non-profit organization. It doesn't mean that they are not generating any profits. They will make a profit, but their main motive is not on profits. Their main motive is on the welfare of the people, welfare of the society, welfare of the country. In what ways? It can be in the ways of schools, education, hospitals, clubs, sports activities, libraries, etc. We can tell. Okay, if any person as making an educational institution of schools and colleges, it will be concerned under the NPO. If the person, it comes under the NPO, their major intention, they will majorly register in two act. They may be registered in Trust Act. They may be registered in under the Societies Act. Either of these two, majorly 80 to 95% of the cases will be registered under it. Private coaching centers like CA, CMA and CS coaching centers, they are also educational institution, but they are privately educational institution. Their intention is to make some profits of money. They will be registered under either the company or LLP or being a sole proprietor or maybe a partnership firm or they may be registered as a companies, and some educational institution which is majorly benefited towards the society, they will be registered under trust also. They will be registered under societies also. If a company is registered, if the not-for-profit organization is registered under the companies, it will be registered under the companies. Under the section, it will be connecting to your paper law, business law and ethics under section 8, incorporation of a company of Companies Act 2013. The financial statement should be prepared late with schedule 3. Okay, as far as companies is concerned, as far as your NPO is concerned, we are going to do horizontal format. There's a two-way for preparation of a financial statements. One is vertical, like this is my liability, this is my asset. One is horizontal, like this. This is my liability, this is my asset. Okay, when it is in the horizontal, it will be complied with. There's a two major things. One is preparation on vertical, preparation of horizontal. One is, if for corporate entities, we will prepare in vertical order. For non-corporate entities, we will go with horizontal order. T format of accounting we will do. Okay, there's a basic introduction which I need to give. Okay, and here the organization does not have an owner. Instead of this, there is a group of persons who will manage this organization. This organization, when the group of persons is known as, they will collectively known as, organization is known as trust. The group of persons is known as trustee. Group of persons is known as what? Trustee. Okay, since there is no owner, there is no intention for capital. When there is no owner, no capital. But how the NPO will works? Because there will be a initial founder of the organization or for the trust. That initial founder will donate some money. Donate money. That is we will known as donation. Correct? Or either it is in money form or either it is in kind or doing charitable activities. Okay. It will act as a corpus. It will act as a corpus to run the organization. It will act as a corpus to run the organization. This corpus which we are saying, this corpus which we are saying, which is popularly known as corpus fund, or it will be popularly known as capital fund, or it will be known as general fund, or it will be known as general fund. Here in the same way also we are preparing of final accounts, correct? Here in this final accounts also we are preparing P&L account, trading account, P&L account, cash book, balance sheet. This is what we are going to prepare in final accounts, correct? Trading and P&L. Here trading and P&L under the NPO, okay, under the NPO, trading and P&L will become my income and expenditure account. My cash book will become my receipts and payments account. My balance sheet will remain as balance sheet. Will remain as balance sheet. Okay. This income and expenditure account, that is what are the financial statements of NPO. The financial statements of NPO are basically three, as I already told. One is income and expenditure account. This income and expenditure account, it is mere replication of P&L account. It is prepared on accrual basis. It is prepared on accrual basis, note down. Next, we are finding out the balancing figure, correct? The balancing figure which we are going to find out of income and expenditure account, that is surplus, is the first point which we will use. Because their major intention is not a profit, we will use the word surplus money, or there may be a possibility for deficit. Either one can be done. If it is a surplus, like how we will add it to capital, here we will add it to capital fund. Added to capital fund in balance sheet liabilities. If it is a deficit, it should be subtracted from capital fund in balance sheet liabilities. Okay, this is my first account. Then if I go for my second account, that second account is receipts and payments account. This receipts and payments account, it is a replication of cash book. It is a replication of cash book, and it is a summary of cash book prepared at year end. Here, receipts and payments account. If we say it is a cash book, we will record receipts and payments. If we record receipts and payments, it is merely a replication of real account. What is a real account? Whatever will comes to business, that is inflow, we will debit. Outflow, we will credit. Inflow, we will debit. Outflow, we will credit. That is receipts we will debit, outflow we will credit. That is debit what comes in, credit what goes out we will do. Okay. This receipts and payments account will be based on cash basis of accounting. Cash basis means only when I receive, I will record it in my books. What is an accrual basis of accounting? Which I earned, I will record. Whether received or not received, that's not comes to a picture. Okay, only if I receive, I will record, then it is cash basis. Let's say I got a salary of rupees 5,000 per month. Okay. Of which I received only for 11 months. But I provided the service of 12 months. Actually, I provided for all those 12 months, but I am actually receiving is 11 months. If I follow cash basis, I will only record 5,000 into 11, 55,000 I will record. If I follow accrual basis, 5,000 into 11, 55,000. Plus 5,000 into 1, which is I need to be received outstanding 5,000, 50,000. This is how accrual representation will be. Okay. Next, coming back to third point, that is preparation of a balance sheet. As usual, you know how to prepare a balance sheet. Usual manner, you will prepare it. And one point needs to be added here is income and expenditure account will be based on nominal. It will be based on nominal. Here, an important thing which you need to remember is regarding under the P&L, we have seen about direct expense, indirect expense, direct income, indirect income. But as far as this NPO is concerned, that will not ever work. You should able to remember. You should able to remember what is capital revenue. Modes of transaction you need to know. First, under the payments or receipts, it is basically divided into two criteria. One, it may be for capital purpose. One, it may be for revenue purpose. Majorly, it will be two. Capital revenue, capital receipt, capital payment. Revenue receipt, revenue payment. It will be majorly two. What is this? We will be able to simply just try to understand and then we will move back. Okay. Whenever you are it will increase the value of that asset. It will generate more revenue towards the asset. You will be treating as revenue. I was putting in very simple manner. If I go for this topic alone, it will take 1 hour to 1.5 hour time. As it is an exam-oriented batch, we are not going much deep into it. It is a basic thing which you should need to remember. Okay. So capital is concerned. So capital is something which will generate more income. Revenue is something which will be treated as a day-to-day activities of a business, day-to-day income towards the business. And as far as payment, I will take two things. One is payment, one is receipt. Okay. If it is a payment, if I am going to charge to revenue or I'm going to capitalize as a two objective. If I am going to charge it to revenue, Okay, if I'm going to charge it to revenue, I will show this in income and expenditure account on the debit side as it is a payment. Okay, because it is be treated as a expenses. If I going to capitalize my payment, it will be balance sheet asset side. It will be treated as an asset. All the assets are nothing but also an expenditure, but here it is a capital expenditure. We are having some specific things. Okay, then under the receipts, we will divide this receipts into two. One is for general purpose. One is for what? General purpose. Next one is for what? Specific purpose. If it is specific purpose, close your eyes and put it under capitalize. Simply put it under capitalize. If it is for general purpose, again confusion comes to if it is for general purpose. If it is recurring, or there may be cases it can be non-recurring also. Suppose if it is recurring, you should charge to revenue. If it is non-recurring, you should capitalize. If you are going to charge it to revenue, close your eyes and put it in which place? Income and expenditure on the debit side. That you will be, income and expenditure on the credit side. Income and expenditure on the credit side, and it will be treated as your income. If I want to give examples you can name it subscription. Majorly subscription will be there. Okay, next, capitalize. If the accounting is going to capitalize, you should add that purpose, non-recurring, added to capital fund. Add to capital fund. What are those added to capital fund? Give the examples regarding entrance fees or admission fees. Next, legacy. If it is capitalized, show them as balance sheet on the liability side as separate item. Separate line item you should do. Okay, this separate line item, maybe give the examples, any donation for specific purpose. Let's assume I am giving a donation to order that charitable institution. You should use this donation only towards the education of A child, or only towards the education of B child. Or if I say I will donate some money, you should, with this my donation, you should only conduct cricket tournament, or you should only conduct kabaddi tournament. Okay, or I will say if I donate 10,000 or 10 lakh and I am suggesting them, you can use it for sports activities. Then it will be a general donation. Okay, suppose if I'm going to a sports club and I am ready to pay you 10 lakh donation, sir. What they will say, what is the donation you are going to pay? They will ask you. But I am insistently, constantly with my full intention, I am saying use this 10 lakh only towards the cricket tournament which is upcoming in the IPL. So what I am going to say, that is just for some specific purpose. So it should be shown as a separate line item in the balance sheet on the liability side. Okay, or sometimes life membership fees also will be there. Life membership fee will also be there. Okay. And one more thing which you need to be write down is one thing which you need to remember is whenever assets writes off, assets cancel off. Okay. Income and expenditure, you should treat it as loss that you will be treating on the posting on the credit side. Whenever liability is written off, income and expenditure on the credit side, it will be treated as your income. It will be treated as your income. Now we are going towards the basics. Okay, now everyone should remember the journal entries. Then only we will need to do and special items. What are the special items we are having? Everyone is ready? Shall we start? Shall we start with those part? Put your messages in my chat. Shall we start? Yes. Get ready with your basic journal entry. In the morning class, we have seen about the modern approach of accounting. That is asset increase, asset decrease. Kindly remember that, and we will start with our very interesting part of special items. This is special item. Our special item 1 comes to serve you is entrance fees. What is an entrance fees? What is an entrance fees? Entrance fees will be an entrance towards the education, like application fees. What is an entry towards some cultural activities or some fees which we are going to collect. That entrance fees will be either a receipt or a payment. First, answer my question. Whether it is a receipt or whether it is a payment. Always speaks from the point of view of always NPO should be done in a manner from the point of view of you should be treated, you are an NPO, you are an organization which you are doing welfare towards the society. The entrance fees is a receipt item, correct? If it is a receipt item, as far as receipts and payments account is concerned, receipts and payments accounts, this is your receipts and payments account. Let's assume this is your receipt side, this is your payment side. Here I am going to write entrance fees. Now journal entry will be like this. Entrance fees account debit, sorry. Receipts and payments account debit to entrance fees account. To entrance fees account. Is my journal entry. Here our points comes to a picture. We have two options. If capitalized or if charged to revenue. If capitalized or charged to revenue, there will be, if it is a receipt, there will be two purposes, correct? So if it is capitalized, added to capital fund, added to capital. If charged to revenue, as usual, transfer to income and expenditure account on the debit side. Okay. Here, journal entry. What is a journal entry? Entrance fees account debit to CF account. Okay. to capital fund account, because capital fund is a liability. Liabilities is going to increase. So I am going to credit it off. Okay. Transfer to income and expenditure account. Entrance fees account debit to income and expenditure account. As it is an expenses, I am going to debit it off. As it is an income towards the business, I am going to credit it off. So I am going to credit it in income and expenditure account. Okay. And here the important point for your examination comes to a picture. What if your question is silent? Question doesn't specify whether it is capitalization or whether it is charged to revenue. What call you should take? You should take a call. It is towards the point of capitalized. If question remaining silent, okay, it will be from the point of view of capitalized. Here there may be two aspects. Some may say in a business industries, some may say some needs to be capitalized, some needs to be charged to revenue. But as far as my teaching method is concerned, you will be going to treat them as question remaining silent. You should answer. You should treat them as capitalized item. Most probably this kind of situation institute will not put you. Okay, they will make you to do simpler sums only, but here and there they will do play with this special item criteria. With this, our special item number 1 will be gets over. Now we are going to start with to serve about special item number 2. Our special number item 2 is towards donation. Here your doubts comes to a picture. What is a donation? Donation is a receipt item. Donation is a payment item. From a point of view of an organization. Receipt item. Very good. If it is a receipt item, how my journal entry will? Receipts and payments account debit to donation account I will write. This is my journal entry. I will going to put it in my receipts and payments account. Suppose if they ask us to worst scenario cases, they are given a transaction, they are asking a journal entry for new syllabus. Then you should be able to know how to write a journal entry for it. Next. Here, if it is received for general purpose. Okay. If it is received for specific purpose. First point. If it is received for general purpose, transfer to income and expenditure account on the credit side. How at that time, what is the journal entry will be? Donation account debit to income and expenditure account. Now received for specific purpose. This receipt for specific purpose again comes to two parts. I may provide the donation to meet some day-to-day expenses also. I may say use this 10,000 only towards buying of some sports equipment. Or I will say I will give you 10,000, take care of the day-to-day expenses or petty expenses which you are doing. At the time also it is a specific purpose only. For that specific purpose, for meeting revenue expenses or for creation of asset. For creation of asset. If it is for making revenue, meeting the revenue expenses, again it is 2. Whether it is for current year or whether it is for next year. If it is for current year, transfer immediately to income and expenditure account. Transfer immediately to what account? Income and expenditure account. Okay. If it is for next year, I have received it in before that. Advance I have received. but I'm going to meet it for next year. So there is a liability towards me. I need to use that specific amount towards the next year, towards that specific purpose. So there is a liability for me. So I am going to show it in balance sheet on the liability side. Okay. So at the time, the journal entry will be donation account debit to income and expenditure account. Okay. Or when it's towards some specific purpose, it will be donation account debit to what purpose you are going to create. Match I am going to conduct, match fund. I am going to conduct tournament, created as tournament fund, like this. Then, or for creation of an asset, I am going to create an asset towards. It is nothing but balance sheet on the liability side. It is nothing but journal entry will be donation to dash fund. What fund you will put? I am specifically saying use this 10 lakh to construct a building. Then it will be donation to building fund. I will putting 10 lakh or 20 lakh or 1 crore towards the hospital. Then it will be to build constructed hospital building. It will become donation to the hospital fund. Okay, like this it will be. Okay, okay. This in this place, you should use what purpose. Okay, purpose for which fund is created. That purpose you should write it in that dash format. Are you strong with your special item number 2? Shall we go for a special item number 3? Shall we go for special item number 3? Yes, done. Now we'll go with special item 3. Our special item number 3 is legacy. Legacy is something which is made by a will towards an organization. Made by a will. Made by a will towards an organization. He is writing some documents, some land documents, some specific kind of things which will be donated by a will towards an organization is known as legacy. This legacy, we will be treating them as a receipt. Okay, as far as receipt and payment account is concerned, receipt and payment account debit to legacy account, or if it is provided in monetary form. If it is in non-monetary form, that is information of, it's not easily cash, it is something which is in kind, furniture, building and all, we will write asset account debit to legacy account. Asset account debit to legacy account. Okay, so this is a property received or an amount received from will of a deceased person. Will of a deceased person is known as legacy. So there is some specific purpose. It has been something received. So we will directly add this to capital fund. Or in some questions, they have given us a separate line item also. Both kind of possible also you can do. Legacy account debit to capital fund account. CF is nothing but capital. Okay. Next. Next is simpler line item. At our fourth line item for our discussion is life membership fee. Okay. Life membership fee is nothing but in one installment which we are going to get, and we are going to use it for entire lifetime of an organization. Okay. So in the year of the receipt, show LMF separately. Life membership fee should be separately. Okay. And write off to income and expenditure account on the credit side on SLM basis. SLM basis means straight line method. Okay, straight line method basis. Okay, suppose at the time of death of the person, in the year of death of that person, added to capital fund. How? I will just simply try to explain you with a simple important thing. Let's say, kindly understand this example, then only the logic behind life membership fees will comes to you. It may also be helpful for some time. Maybe some person will be studying your BCom, some may be in your graduation, or some persons will be there. Okay, we will try to understand the core concepts. What I believe in the exam oriented batch is concerned, if you remember all those concepts, your sum will become easy. If you only focusing on 10 sums, from this 10 sums you may remember 10 concepts. But instead of studying all the concepts, if you study and you can given with any sum you can do. I have cleared my examination only by studying those concepts. In reality, I am telling you, okay, actually it has done, only I have done my conceptual clarity I have done. Nothing remaining that I have not done anything. Okay, so try to understand this example. Life membership fee per member $2,000. Life expected for 10 years. Life expected for how many years? 10 years. In 2010, received life membership fee from 15 members. In 2013, received life membership fee from 10 members. In 2015, one member who paid life membership fee in 2013 died. Okay. Here, I will try to understand you how you prepare receipts and payments account in 2010. Okay. In 2010, you need to do prepare 2 life membership fee 20,000 into 15. What is the value? 30,000. Correct? 2,000 into 15 members is 30,000 you will show. Then again, when I receive my money, in my amount I will show. Then I will show again, this is my 1 year, 2010. Then I will receive 2013. I will show 2 LMF, that is 10 into 2000. Again, it will become what? 20,000 I will show. This is how my presentation in receipts and payments. Now, income and expenditure account is only the hardest ship which you need to crack. I'll try to summarize it. Okay, in this part, suppose in 1990, sorry, in 2010, okay, in 2010, in 2010 income and expenditure account, I will show why life membership fee only 3,000. Why it is only 3,000? 15. That they are saying 2,000 is for 10 years. Divided by 10, if I put it is 200 per year. If it is 200 per year, 200 into 15. Okay, 200 into 15, 3,000. Next I will do in 2011 also. I will do buy life membership fee only 15 into 200, 3,000. Again in 2012 also, same thing I will do, 3,000 I will do. In 2013, here comes to picture, buy life membership fee, previous 3,000. Okay. And currently I have got from 10 members, that is 2,000, again 200 into 10, that is 2,000 plus 3,000, it is entirely for 5,000. Entirely for what? 5,000. In 2014, same 5,000. Okay. In 2015, also same 5,000. Okay. Up to the year of death, we have done. Okay. Let's assume we are in 2015. Okay. These two things done. Now balance sheet comes to mind. How the balance sheet presentation will look. Okay. So here, it's a life membership fee. It's for some specific purpose. So if it is for some specific purpose, we need to show on the liability side. Okay, we need to show it on the liability side. Now we will be able to identify how the balance sheet will be appear, because life membership fee is a liability item. So we are going to showcase on the liability side. In the year of 1929, in the year of 2010, it will be like this. Life membership fee. Okay, life membership fee will be 13,500. Why 13,500? Because, sorry, 20, how much amount we have collected? 30,000 we have collected and 3,000 we need to deduct. So total amount which we need to show is 27,000. $27,000 I need to show. Next, in 2011, same thing happened. Same 3,000 gone. If I subtract 3,000, I will show to 24,000. In 2012, same 3,000 gone. I will show 21,000. In the year 2013, my life membership fee of if 3,000 is gone, what is the remaining value? If 3,000 is gone, what is the remaining value of the old one? 18 plus. Here I have received 20,000, out of which I have spent 2,000. Okay, remaining will be 18,000. Correct. That 18,000 will be added to this part. Okay, now it will become 18,000 plus 18,000 will become 36,000. Will becomes what? 36,000. In the year 2014, life membership fee will become, now I need to subtract 5,000 from them. From 36,000, if I subtract 5,000, how I am saying it is a 5,000? Because it is a 5,000, correct? If I subtract 5,000, in the year 2014, if I subtract 5,000, it will become 31,000. Now, what I need to do, I need to take a proportionate calculation. Now the year of death comes to a picture. Listen carefully. In the year 2015, the person has got some debt. At the time, my balance sheet presentation will be capital fund. What the capital fund they are given, I need to put. From this, I need to add life membership fee of that deceased person. Okay, that proportionate amount I need to do, and I need to calculate it. Then I will do life membership fee. Okay, and then less from the person who died. Okay, I will do. What is the life membership fee? It is 31,000. I need to take a proportionate calculations of that person. So it has been 13, he has paid 13, 14, 15. Okay, it is for 3 years. So for that person, I am receiving 2,000 divided by 10 into 3. What is the value? What is the value? It is 600 rupees is spent. What is the amount which has been left? What is the amount which has been is left? 1,400 is left. This 1,400 should be added to capital fund. It should be added to capital fund. So I will add 1,400. Okay, here I will subtract those 1,400 from it. So 31,000 minus 1,400, it will become 29,600 proportionate calculation. From that, current year LMF is what? 4,800. Correct? Already 5,000 is gone. 5,200 is gone. So it is 4,800. 4,800. It is nothing but 24,800. So this 4,800 for the remaining 14 people. Remaining 14 people. That remaining 14 people we will show. Sorry, remaining 24 people. Remaining 24 people we will show. Okay, for them this is. So this is an entire thing which I have discussed. I don't know how you are learning the life membership fee. This is an actual thing which you need to remember. Okay, then we will go for our line item, special item number 5. Special item number 5. We are left with 2 more special items. Okay, after that it will be easier. One is, this is grant. Grant is an important part in an NPO. What is a grant? Grant is a financial help. Is a financial need received from government or from other financial persons. It should be charged to revenue. It should be charged to revenue. At the time, journal entry will be receipts and payments account debit to grant account. Okay. And regarding grant account debit to income and expenditure account. Two-fold effect we are giving. One time we are debiting, one time we are crediting. A double entry system will work. Okay. Next. I want to go for my special item number 6. Now I ask the question to the people who are here. People here, it is, what is mean by endowment fund? What is mean by endowment fund? Put your answers in the chat box and quote with the chat box. What is endowment fund? Whether right or wrong doesn't matter. Just participate in the classes. It will become more and more interactive. What is an endowment fund? Like donation. In donation, we are having different things. Like what is meant by endowment fund? Donation we are also having to. Endowment fund is something as specifically told by Naveen. It is type of donation. Okay. It is a type of donation, not a gift. It is a donation received. It is a donation which is received for specific purpose. It has been received for some specific purpose. Okay. Like, for example, here only you need to remember many things. If I receive donation for any specific purpose, that we will call them as endowment fund. You should write it in balance sheet on the liability side as endowment fund, or if it is that specific purpose, give that name. Okay, give that name itself. Next, only for specific. Don't put the given the word donation. Donation is not the endowment fund. Donation received towards from specific purpose what it is invested. Okay, from that, for meantime I may invest some amount in some places. That should be treated as balance sheet on the asset side. Interest on that investment which I made, I may get an interest. That interest is an income. That income should be added towards the fund. Why we are specifically adding to it? Because it is a specific purpose. It should not be going to a income and expenditure account. Okay, and any expenses towards the fund, expenses on specific purpose, that is expenses towards the fund, should be less from the fund. Should be less from the fund. I am receiving a donation for to conduct a tournament. So meantime, my tournament is after 6 months. For this period of 6 months, I am investing some amount. That some amount will be shown on the balance sheet on the asset side. What is the amount donation received for purpose? That will be shown as on the liability side. And any interest on investment which is generated from that investment for a period of 6 months, that should be added towards the fund. For example, tournament fund, I am printing of some brochures. From I am procuring some materials to conduct the tournaments, advertisement purposes which I am doing. That all will be treated as an expenses. That expenses which we are going to do, that we should subtract it from that fund. So this is known as endowment fund. You may get a question on it. Okay, you may get a direct question on it. The same thing which is applicable for the asset also. Okay. Okay. And in this entire distribution, our final hero will comes to a picture. That is regarding subscription. Listen, sit straight, and those who are slouching and sitting, sit straight and listen to the classes. Subscription. What is a subscription? What is a subscription? In our houses, we are providing Tata Sky subscription. We are having Netflix. We are having Hotstar. That all comes to a subscription part. On that, any money received, on regular basis, any money received on regular basis for providing service regularly, that is known as what? Subscription. That is known as subscription. And it is the main and regular source of income. To whom? To the charitable organization or to the non-for-profit organization. How you are going to calculate? That's a point here. Calculation of statement of affairs or the calculation of subscription can be done in two ways. Calculation of subscription will be done in two ways. One is statement method. One is what? Statement method. I will suggest you to do only the statement method, but I will teach you the accounting method also. Subscription received in last year. Okay. Subscription received in last year, I will take. From that question, or maybe they may given a current year also. I will take that. Less. If the subscription is for received for last year. If the subscription is received for next year or subsequent years or last year, maybe your previous year, current year as current year, next year as subsequent year. That two of them, okay, which is here, erase this and write down. Here, yeah, I have some network issue with that. Yeah, coming back, I need to calculation of subscription for transfer to income and expenditure account. That amount I need to identify. Okay. For that purpose, previously I told that we are having two forms. One is regarding statement method and one is regarding account method. Which method is more easy? Statement method is more easy. Okay. More time saving also. Here I will write down subscription. Kindly understand the word. I will use the word received for use the word current year. We are just only previously I told we are going to focus on accounting method also due to time constraint. I am just only going to focus in depth on statement method. This subscription use the word received for current year. This for current year, I will take it from my receipts and payments account. This information will be available on the receipts and payments account. Okay. And then I will subtract few things. That is subscription received for last year. Subscription received for next year. That I should subtracted because why I am subtracting those two is nothing but because it is not relevant for the current year. Okay, it is not relevant for the current year, so I am going to subtract those two things. After that, I need to add few variables to that. What is when the subscription is received in last year for current year, Okay, which is relevant for current year. Even though it is received in last year, I need to add those. Next step. Subscription not received in current year. Why I am going to add those things? Because not received here in income and expenditure. What I said in this place? Income and expenditure. If it is income and expenditure, it is based on which basis? Accrual basis. Due to accrual basis rule, even though it is not received, we are going to add it, and we are going to add those, and we are going to get my final value. This final value is thing which the subscription earned. I use the word earned. Previously, I used the word received. Receipt means whatever I will receive, I will show it in my receipts and payments. What is the major intention to prepare an income and expenditure account? The major intention to prepare an income and expenditure account is what is the surplus of money I am having related to current year alone. It's not about the previous year. It's not about the subsequent years. Okay. In current year. In current year. Okay. So this, if I want to put it in simpler statement, okay, I will write down by using few things. Simply, I will summarize this entire thing in one simple statement. Kindly listen this. Subscription received. Okay, I will put it. I will add the value. Less opening outstanding and closing pre-receipt. Less opening outstanding and closing pre-receipt. That is, this will be treated as closing pre-receipt. This will be treated as opening outstanding. Okay. Outstanding for the last year, which is received in the current year. That will be said as received for last year. Closing pre-receipt. That I need to subtract. After that, what I need to do? I need to add two things. One is opening pre-receipt, and next one is closing outstanding. This will be your closing outstanding. This will be your opening pre-receipt. Why I am saying opening pre-received? Which has received already. That is in the current year, it comes to as the opening. Okay. So finally, I will comes to find that is subscription earned to shown in income and expenditure. Okay. This method you should do it when receipts and payments account is given. You need to do it for income and expenditure account. But sometimes in your examination, they will give income and expenditure account. You may need to prepare receipts and payments. Then ulta comes to a picture. Reversal process will comes to a picture. What is the reversal process we will do? I know subscription earned, but I need subscription received. Okay, I know subscription earned, but I want to know subscription received. Then all the less items will become the add items. All the added value will become my lesser value. Okay, in simple, if I want to put, it will be subscription earned, which this information you can get it from receipts and payments account. Subscription earned, you can get it from income and expenditure account. From this income and expenditure account, you should add opening outstanding, add closing pre-receipt, less opening pre-receipt, less closing outstanding. This is the only adjustment which students feel difficult. Other than that, there is no major adjustments here. Here you will get subscription received. That you need to transfer to receipts and payments. This you need to transfer to receipts and payments. Okay. Recording in progress. Yes. Okay. These are the two basic types of question which may tested in your examination also. Then we'll come to our next special item, number 8, that is regarding expenses. Another interesting area which students find it difficult. The same thing which you have done regarding income. Any type of income which is done, you should follow the subscription approach. What we have done it in, because subscription is an income. Any income related adjustments needs to be there. You should receive. You should use this subscription part. Any expenses related will be there. Calculation of expenses of current year to show in income and expenditure account. Okay, in this, first expense paid in current year I will take. All the payments I will take. I use the word specifically paid. Okay. Now I will subtract two things. Okay. Paid for last year. Paid for last year. Paid for next year. I will add two things. Paid for last year, or I will use the term, layman's term, in a simple term you need to understood. Instead of for, put in. Paid in last year for current year. For current year. Not even paid in current year. Not paid in current year. So paid in last year, I need to subtract, which is not relevant for the current year, which I need to pay. I am currently paying in the current year, which is actually for the next year, the benefit which I am going to take it for the next year. So I am removed from current year. Then paid in last year for current year, I already paid. At the time I will subtracted already. Now it is a current year. In the current year, it is an actual expenses of the current year. So I will add. Okay, and not paid in current year, because on the accrual basis we need to transfer. Even though it is not paid, we need to add, and we will show it off. This information you can get it from receipts and payments account. The final answer you should transfer to income and expenditure account. Okay, so I'm going to name it paid for the last year. It will say opening outstanding. Paid for the next year, it is nothing but closing prepaid. PP means prepaid. Closing prepaid. Paid in last year for current year, it is nothing but opening prepaid. Not paid in current year, it is nothing but closing outstanding. This you will use only receipts and payments account is given to income and expenditure account. Okay, suppose if it is from income and expenditure is given, you are going to prepare receipts and payments account. Very simple thing. Income and expenditure account, expenses value you will take. Okay, from this you will deduct two items. What are those two items? Opening prepaid and closing outstanding we will deduct. The reversal process. Okay, and we will add few items. What are those few items? We will add opening outstanding and closing prepaid. Okay, that we will do, and we will arrive some balance that will be an expenses paid in current year we should transfer it to receipts and payments account. Receipts and payments account. Okay. So this is related to expenses. And one more major criteria which students feels difficult is regarding our final line item under the NPO. If you remember this, it will become easier for you. Okay. The very last final special item is regarding towards the closing stock. So I am facing some network issue. So we will take a break here and we will start after 10 minutes. Okay. We'll meet in next section. Now we will start with our next special item. Our next special item is towards a stock. Put a heading. Special item is towards a stock. Okay. What kind of stock? The stock of raw materials, stock of sports materials, stock of medicine, like this, the question will be tested for you. If opening stock and closing stock of any item is given. Okay. Any item is given, you are going to do. There can be two probabilities. Okay. One is without sale of the item. Without sale of the item. If it is in the case of the item is not sold, then you will prepare directly a stock account. Directly a stock account. Okay. That is opening stock will be like this. To balance brought down. Any purchases is made, we will write to purchases. Okay. Then we will do any consumption which we have consumed. Okay. That we will on the credit side and we will put our closing stock on the credit side. Okay. This purchases value which we are going to find out, this should be transferred to income and expenditure account on the debit side. Okay, sorry, this one. This purchases needs to be taken care. This purchases needs to be taken care. Just a minute. So here the purchases and this consumption, we need to transfer it to income and expenditure account on the debit side. Here, if I want to write it in put it in very simple, it is nothing but opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock will give you consumption. Okay, will give you a consumption part. And the next thing is there may be a possibility of the chances for to sell that item, to sell newspapers, to sell sports materials and all. So with sale of the item, first thing you need to prepare is preparation. I will call them as trading account. I will call them as trading account. This trading account, first one, you will write opening stock. Okay. Next one, you will write purchases. Okay. Next thing is I will write the sales. Okay. This sales information, you will get it from receipts and payments. On the debit side, you will be able to identify. Then by consumption, whatever I consume, I will get this data from income and expenditure account. Debit side, I will get this data. Okay. And obviously, I am having my closing stock. By closing stock I am having. So from this, what I will know, what is an profit if it is any. If there is any gross profit, I will able to identify that should be transferred to creditors account. In this question, they may test you in any other way. They will give all this information. They will ask you to find this part. Sales. Because they given the sales, you need to identify consumption. So this is how it will works. Okay. Based on the question requirement, you will make adjustments for it. Next. Suppose there may be another difficult possibility that they may test you on the basis of balance from supplier. Most important thing you need to note it down is if balance of supplier is given. Balance of supplier means balance of creditors is given to you. Then prepare supplier account. Here I am not saying as a creditor. Here I will use the word supplier account because it is nothing but a non-profit organization. Okay. So in this, we are going to prepare creditors, or you can also say it is a suppliers. So under the suppliers account, we will prepare first we will prepare two receipts and payments account because it is a supplier, it is a journal entry, it is a payment which I need to make to the supplier. I will write it on the debit side. Now on the credit side, I will write down my opening balance on creditors. Opening balance on creditors I will do. Here I will write down my closing balance on creditors. Here I will write down closing balance on creditors. From why there is a necessary to prepare suppliers account. The necessary to prepare a suppliers account is to identify the purchases. Is to identify what? To identify the purchases. To identify the purchases only, we are preparation as suppliers account. In worst scenario cases, they may test you. Okay, they may test you to prepare suppliers account also. So here write down in your notebooks that by purchases account. In some cases, they may give you a purchases account. Instead of that, they may ask you to test the receipts and payments account. Okay, this should be transferred to stock account as the case if it is without sale item, or it should be transferred to trading account if it is sale item. If the item is going to be sold, I should transfer it to trading account. Okay, this is the major thing which you need to remember. Okay, regarding the closing stock is concerned. Next thing, which is a very simple special item, the last two special item is regarding fixed assets. Everyone knows fixed asset. Why I am using specifically fixed assets? Because for non-corporate entities, I will use the fixed assets name. For corporate entities, I will use the property, plant and equipment, PPE as a name that is regarding as AS10. It will connect through AS10. The same accounting standards which you are going to learn it in your CMA final. Why I am specifically insisting each and everyone to study accounting standards. Many of you may feel accounting standards will be difficult, but why I am specifically insisting in your CMA final, okay, you are going to learn the same AAS along with Ind AS in your CFR paper, that is corporate financial reporting paper. You are going to learn it. Okay, so make sure you have very good conceptual clarity on the accounting standards. Now coming back to a specific special item, fixed assets. Whenever they will ask us to prepare fixed assets, okay, always make sure depreciation, if I will give you certain points regarding fixed assets, if depreciation is to be charged at year end. Okay, that's the first point, which is a basic point. And the next point, any purchases be added. Any sales we need to subtract it. Okay. Next, if asset purchased at year end, no depreciation should be charged. No depreciation should be charged. No depreciation will be charged on the assets which I purchased at the year end. My balance sheet date is 31/3/2023. I have purchased the asset on same 31st/3/2023. There is no depreciation and all for it. Okay, actually, in accounting perspective, you will learn with depreciation in different manner. In income tax perspective, that is direct taxation perspective, depreciation calculation as per section 32 will be entirely different. Don't confuse with this two. Okay. So next special item is, many of them will forgot to say that maybe in some question it may be like a hidden adjustment, hidden special item in some question, which is not outrightly will be given to us. That is a special item on interest on investments. Interest on investments will be a special item whenever ROI, what is an ROI? Rate of interest is given. Whenever rate of interest is given, then first you need to identify what is total interest. For the purpose of total interest, we will calculate rate of interest percentage into investment value. That give you some value. Next, less received as per receipts and payments account. Received as per receipts and payments account. Then you will be able to find what is an outstanding value. That outstanding, you should transfer it to balance sheet on the asset side. The receipts and payments account, you will get it on the debit side. This value you will be able to identify, or you will calculate, and you can carry forward to your income and expenditure account on the debit side. All the investments, all the asset, investments, interest, assets, it is depreciation. All should be charged from purchase date to year end. It is not put to use to year end, it is purchase date to year end. In an accounting, we will take purchase date. Okay. In income tax perspective, we will take it differently. As far as accounting is concerned, we will only concern about this purchase date. For as far as the NPO chapter is concerned, purchase date to year end. If I purchase it on 1/9/2022, my year end will be on 31/3/2023. My 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So I will only calculate 7 years. Sorry, I will only calculate 7 months. Yes, I will only calculate 7 months interest or 7 months depreciation. Okay. So these are the basic special items which you need to remember. And the final finishing touch which I am going to give it under the NPO is write down the note. Write down the note. What is the note here? In balance sheet, bank balance as per cash book is considered. Bank balance as per cash book, suppose they have given with any specific adjustment with the banking transaction, you will only take the bank balance as per cash book. Okay. Sports equipment is given in your question, it will depreciate. It will depreciate. Suppose they will use the word sports material. It is like consumption, consumed. Depreciate is something which is having a value which is slowly and steadily decreasing. Suppose if I take table tennis board is an sports equipment. Table tennis ball is an sports material. Table tennis bat is an sports material. Okay, sports material, we will find out consumption. Sports equipment, we will be able to find out depreciation. This is an important thing from your exam perspective. And the next important point you need to remember, if you want to find out opening capital, if you want to find opening capital, prepare opening balance sheet. Prepare opening balance sheet. By keeping all the opening liabilities on the right and left hand side, and all the assets on the right hand side, you need to do. Okay, liabilities on the left hand side, assets on the right hand side, you need to prepare, and you need to prepare with the opening balance sheet. Okay, this is an entire conceptual discussion on the NPO topic. This NPO topic will having a weightage of 14 to 15 marks. Sure shot 14 to 15 marks in your examination. I am not taking any MCQs. I am simply taking only the sum oriented, practical sum doing. Okay, that is itself will carries only 14 to 15 marks. Okay, so make sure in a morning session we have seen 14 marks worth of topic, that is single entry system, and in the next part of the session we have discussed about the NPO with good conceptual clarity we have done. Okay, make sure on today evening itself, okay, on today evening itself you are going to revise it on immediate basis.